tell by the way you look, you like what you see. Bye, thinking that I have to have a comments that you are leaving out of here with me. The clock is ticking, ticking. Tell me what would you do if I gave you a little bit of? Would you lie for a little bit of? Talk slide for a little bit of? Tell me what would you do if I said you could have this? What would you do? Would you make my dreams come true? You close with no cigar. You close with no cigar. You close with no cigar. Beat on my eardrum like boom, boom, boom. You close with no cigar. You close with no cigar. You close with no cigar. Beat on my eardrum like boom, boom.
Almost. Fantastic. Beautiful. Yes, you have to try this one thing.
It was silly of me to think that you would be everything I needed you to be. It was silly of me to think that you would do everything I needed you to do. It was silly of me to think that you would love me the way I needed to be. It was foolish of me to think that you would be so silly for me. So silly for me. Big star with a fast car, you need that baby. Big star with a fast car, you want that baby. Big star with a fast car, let me be your baby.
Well, this is time for the girls, them anaconda alongside no other than the one she queen. Who make the girls them mad when she walk on the scene. Well, tell them my queen. What them say now? Check it.
Welcome to the Music Business Connection, taking you backstage with your all-access pass from your host, Terrance Schemansky, featuring today's special guest.
Do you have a music video out and want to get that video seen and heard in more places? Then your options just got bigger. That's because music video distribution puts your video out there onto 60 different video sites. Why settle for YouTube alone when you can get your music video along with your video title, description, and link placed in more places for more great exposure? Visit www.musicvideodistribution.com. That's musicvideodistribution.com. Linda Felder is in the house. Linda is the CEO of Many Moods Enterprises. In her company, she assists indie artists and labels with music contracts, publishing, promotions, marketing, radio campaigns, and more. Her goal is your success while working to level the playing field for people she works with. Hi, Linda. Are you ready to rock?
I'm ready to rock, Terrance.
Awesome. Well, Linda, tell our podcast listeners more about yourself and your role in the music business.
Wow, Terrance, I rarely talk about myself. I'm so used to talking about the artists that we represent. What we do is we have music productions, music promotions, and then we have television. So we help artists to have their voices heard in various media. We do music distribution, marketing, and that commercial I heard in the beginning about music video distribution, that's a great resource.
Thank you.
That's due to help artists move, from one level of their career to the next. And what that does is once we start a marketing campaign for artists, it opens up all kinds of opportunities for them, not only with us, but with companies across the globe. But I also love sharing knowledge. So I do work in education for the New York City Department of Education with adult learners who want to go into secondary education.
And that's great that you are so diverse. I know that many people in the music business have other jobs. They have other things that they do to provide income, other interests, and other things that they're good at. And it sounds like in this case, you're very diverse, helping to educate people to improve their lives. And you're doing that for musicians and people in general.
Yeah, for small businesses, entrepreneurs, startup labels. We have all kinds of great infomercials by one of our staff attorneys, Deja Jackson, on publishing, on contracts, and those types of things that artists and startup labels are always curious about. You know, we get a lot of, wow, that was great information.
All right. Here at the Music Business Connection, we know much can be said through song lyrics. What song lyrics would you like to share with our audience?
You know, Terrance, sometimes in life, we all go on a faith walk. Always believing without seeing, knowing without asking, trusting without questioning. Those lyrics come from the soul of many moods, Jack in the Box. And I think that when people hear it, they can relate to it.
Awesome. Written by yourself?
Written by myself and my partner, Robert Powell.
All right. Well, Linda, as I'm sure you would agree, everyone has setbacks from time to time. What is one major challenge that you had to face that you would like to share with other people in the music business?
I think one of the biggest challenges is getting indie artists to stick around for the long run, for the journey that it takes to be successful in this business.
Well, tell us a story.
I had an artist signed to our label. We had invested a lot of money, a lot of time, resources, people power into this campaign. And we were moving along and advancing every step of the way. But the artist became impatient because what artists don't understand is that it does not happen overnight, no matter what you think. And so another offer came along that they thought was a better offer, and they jumped ship. When they jumped ship, they, of course, breached their contract. I had to let them know that because you breached the contract does not mean that the contract is null and void. The opportunity that they thought was the greatest in the world did not pan out. And we lost a lot of ground because of that in our campaign with the artist. So I want to say to artists to be patient.
And what was that like for you on your end?
I took a big loss with that project because you can't make an artist, you know, be in your company, even if they have signed documents. I could have invested even more money and went into court and all of that kind of thing. Sometimes you cut your losses and you just...
To name one of your skills, we know you are a great music advisor for artists, but if you could have one skill or ability you currently don't have, what would you choose?
Singing.
And tell me about that.
Well, you know, I can carry a tune, but I mean, really be able to sing like, you know, like a Patti, like an Aretha Franklin, you know, a Toni Braxton, a Tamar Braxton, that type of singing. I always wanted to be able to do that, and that I can't do.
Let's talk about one of your biggest success moments. Tell us about that moment in your life where you felt incredible and had a major breakthrough.
When I finally finished my degree and I graduated at the top of the class, summa cum laude, received an award for excellence. That was on top of the world for me because I did it at a very late age. So it was more the better. I don't think I would have been able to enjoy it nor respect it at a younger age.
Well, what is one thing about the music business that is rocking your world right now?
Ooh, all the constant changes are rocking my world right now. Keeping up with all the technological changes in the business, and just all the changes in copyright laws and all those things that are going on in Congress now. That's pretty scary to know. We're not sure where this business is headed.
Who would you like to thank as one of your biggest musical influences if they were standing in front of you right now?
Diana Ross. I would have to say Diana Ross. I think growing up, I listened to her music and it inspired me to want to be a part of this industry.
Well, before we enter into the next segment of the podcast, we're going to take a moment for today's sponsor. A press release done right can offer immediate and long-term effects when it comes to telling people who you are and getting your music discovered. Artist Newswire offers professional writing and distribution services to tell the world about your music and more. Once you sign up, you simply fill out a brief questionnaire, and everything else is taken care of for you. This includes writing and distributing your press release onto over 50 press release publishing sites, plus over 1 million social media contacts. Get started with your featured album press release at www.artistnewswire.com. Go to www.artistnewswire.com today. Linda, we're about to blast off into a segment of the podcast called The Pod Finale, where you'll have the opportunity to motivate and inspire people in the music business. Are you ready?
Yikes. I'm ready.
Rock on. What was that sound? It was like a little...
I don't know, that was my phone vibrating.
Your phone got excited. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, if you were having coffee with a struggling musician who asked for your best piece of advice, what would you say in 1 minute or less?
Tenacity always pays off. No matter when it seems that it's not going to happen, that's when you keep plugging along and you give it all you have. You give it your best every time. And eventually you will see fruition from your works.
If you had to start over again in the music business starting tomorrow and nobody knew who you were, what would be your game plan over the next 3 weeks?
Well, I would want to see what the competition is doing. So I would probably do a lot of research. I would also be looking for funding, as well as a team of people to help me to work it. I would then decide what my market was, and then that's where my product would be pushed to that segment. Because, you know, everybody doesn't like everything, but there are some people who just love a particular genre of music. So those are the people I'm going after first. I don't have to convince them. They've already been convinced. And I'm going to do a marketing campaign in print, in media, and in street promotions, because we get stuck on the internet, but you have to go out into the world.
That's a great point, Linda, because the things that were being done years ago, many artists and musicians don't do today, even though those things still work.
Yes. When you hand someone a flyer, you engaged in eye contact and sometimes in conversation, and flyers travel all over the place. You know, I'm in New York City. We have 5 boroughs. If I'm in Brooklyn and I give someone a flyer, that flyer could end up in the Bronx, which is maybe 30 miles away.
Well, if you had your own Super Bowl commercial and could send a message to millions of viewers, what would you say?
Well, the first thing that comes to mind is that I want to market my company. So I need those people to come on over to minimoods.com and see all the great opportunities that we have. If they're not interested in the business, maybe they know somebody that is.
At the Music Business Connection, we know the importance of having the right tools, whether it's for recording in the studio, for live performances, or working in the music business. What is your one favorite piece of equipment, software, or resource right now?
Right now, we do a lot of TV production. And my favorite software to work in for editing would be a program called AS4U. And I love working in this program. It makes it very simple. It doesn't take a lot of time rendering, you know, so you can work on a project very quickly and get your timeline and your storyline down.
What's the best way for other people in the music business and music fans to get in touch with you?
Oh, well, they can come to our website, minimoods.com, or they can always call us at 917-622-2694, or they can shoot us an email at staff@minimoods.com.
We'll also have Linda's show notes available at musicbusinesspodcast.com. Just type in Linda in the search box. Well, before we go, Linda, I know you have some knowledge about television broadcasting and making videos. So tell us a little bit about your strategies and how you go about getting the best results in doing just that.
Well, first of all, we have to know what it is we want to convey, the message we want to convey. And so we'll put a storyboard together so that our thinking is clear on it and we don't have to do but 1 or 2 takes on whatever it is we're doing. The other part of that is that I love to get products from indie filmmakers and playwrights to showcase their products on our programs. And that also helps them to market what it is that they're doing. So when we're editing, we're looking for all the highlights of our program. If we do the production, of course, you know, we want to highlight the best that we captured. And when people send us their products, we want to see what is highlightable in that project for our viewers. So we're able to show more than one product, more than one project of an artist, as well as commercials of our own throughout our program. When artists send us their music products, of course, we will promote their music products and we'll let our viewers, which happen to be over 5 million viewers here in the greater New York City area, and we will let them know where to go to find that artist's music. We also show music videos on our programs from independent artists. So we're always promoting independent artists, labels, entrepreneurs, and small businesses. If you have a 30-second promo you'd like to send us, please do so. We accept all submissions. So visit us at our website.
Well, Linda, it's been simply awesome having you as today's special guest. Thanks so much for sharing about yourself, giving some great advice, and making yourself available to our listeners.
You know, we've been associates for many years on the internet, although we've never spoken personally.
Thank you.
We have been in contact over the years, sharing links and so forth. And it is certainly a pleasure to finally talk to you. And I do want to thank you.
Well, there you have it. Linda Felder, everybody. Tune in for the next episode of The Music Business Connection. And remember, keep on rocking in the free world. Until next time.
Thanks for listening to the Music Business Connection, inspiring the rock star within you.
Montana, off the rip, boy. I'ma ride with my dog off the rip. Talk brown bag, paper tag off the rip. Shorty came through, bent it over off the rip.
What's going on? My name is EJay the DJ from Wire Radio 247. We'll talk today about getting your music on radio. Very important for all your independent artists out there. When you want to send your music, make sure that it's tagged. That's like one of my biggest pet peeves. A lot of artists send music and they'll have the track 1 or track 2. And then if I go to play it a week or 2 later and you're not in front of me or not around me, I don't know the name of the track. So it's always good to have it because I get so much submissions. Also, be careful on where you record your music at as well. That's very important. You want to have a great studio, great sound. You want to know what you're talking about and have an understanding of a concept. Don't just rap to make a rap or you have a beat. Make sure that the beat goes with the track that you're working with. I really feel like if you're going to go into your craft, really spend money and invest in yourself. Because, you know, having a great studio, having a dope producer that could help you get everything organized, because most artists don't understand that, and I get so much music that's just horrible. But there is a lot of good music as well. I heard a track this morning from a fella that was real dope. He sent it to me maybe a month ago, and I actually got a chance to listen to it this morning. It was real good. The music was on point. Everything was on point. The lyrics, the bars, everything overall was just a great production. You want to definitely be mindful of that going forward. But this, when you send in music to Wire, make sure everything is on point. Take your time with everything. Make sure you got a good product. Don't put it out make sure that you test it out with people first. And when I say I'm on radio, this is not a mixtape radio show. This is not setting for your friends on the corner. Make something with quality. You want people that's going to party to. Remember, radio is next to the club, so you want to have a party song, something to make you dance to it, move with it. You want something to make you engage. You want to engage your listeners. So if you're not engaging your listeners, then you're doing something wrong. There's a big difference between a mixtape song and a radio song. So you want to be mindful of that going forward. But you know, just keep that going forward and everything will work out, man. This is EJay the DJ from Wire Radio 247. Keep it locked.
So let's talk about developing a team for you as an artist, because obviously as an artist you can't do it all yourself. I know, I'm going to take this from my own experience. Right now, with the business I'm trying to develop with TBAIMS, right now it's running me. I'm not running the business because I'm trying to do everything myself. So I'm now in the process of building my team of people. Someone to handle social media, someone to handle the marketing, someone to handle PR or whatever, and expand this also to deal with the actual venues and the events themselves. So as an artist, you want someone who can help you with your social networking, that can handle that on a regular basis. Someone who can handle your marketing as well, whether it's through media and what have you. And someone who can also help you book your different performances around the different venues. Someone who can reach out to venues who's looking for that stuff, which in a sense it is something that we will be doing for you as we grow as well, because we are going to be developing business relations with venues around North America in that way. One of the things as a member, because we're going to be building a membership for TBAIMS, is we're going to be able to provide you tools, services, and everything else to help you with your careers, and also to find you those other types of gigs and opportunities. But that comes as, we're going to be one of your team members in a sense. But you need that for anything, and whether it's us or anybody else, doesn't matter. You can't do it yourself, because I can't, and I'm learning that myself the hard way right now.
Hi, I'm Deisha Jackson, Esquire, and I'm an attorney who practices in the area of entertainment and sports. I'm here today to speak to you about 6 questions you should ask in each and every entertainment contract. What are those questions? Why? Who? What? when, where. Let's first talk about why. Why is this deal being considered? Is this a deal for music? Is it a deal for television? Is it a deal for movies? And why sign this with this party? Why this deal at this time? Next, I want to talk to you about the who. Who is involved in this deal? One party, two parties, three parties? Who is distributing your product? Who is signing? Is this an individual, a parent, a minor, a corporation? Who is getting signed? Is it just you? Is it your music group? Or is it an entity or a corporation getting signed? Who handles the creative team, the breakups? Is there a power of attorney? Now let's talk about the what. Who is responsible for what? That's a very important question. You must know what you're responsible for versus other parties in the contract. What does the contract say in plain English? Understand every word in the contract, because contracts have different meanings with different words. The definition of the contracts are different. Definition of words in contracts can be different. What does the contract say about recoupment? Join us for our next segment on the how, the when, and the where on MMTV. I'm DJay Jackson Esquire. See you next time. Ciao.
It was silly of me to think that you would be everything I needed you to be. It was silly of me to think that you would do everything I needed you to do. It was silly of me to think that you would love me the way I needed to be. It was foolish of me to think that you would be so silly for me. So silly for me.
So the girls, them anaconda alongside no other than the one she queen. Who make the girls them mad when she walk on the scene. Well, tell them I queen. What them say now? Check it.